Well, hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to Blitzkrieg 3. A lot of people are saying this is very similar to Clash of Clans, and it also involves World War II. I think what could be better than that? Two very popular subjects, very popular game indeed, Clash of Clans. You'll see eventually that this is kind of a build base and then destroy base kind of game. But for now, we've got a little tutorial mission. I've not played much of this game. The intro scene has just begun, in fact, and our first objective is to select the sniper and get on the move to eliminating enemy patrols and then bridge sentries. So we'll move up the river, I guess, up along the shore to this position here. The tutorial is a little bit text-based here. Oh, looks like we're getting shot at. Oh, there's an enemy sniper. Looks like we were able to take him down. Alright, clear the way for the saboteurs. There they are, right behind our sniper. Our sniper was almost killed by that. Doesn't look like there was any sort of stealth mode for him to engage. Let's go ahead and move up with the saboteur. We cannot, so we'll have to move up with the sniper then clearing the way. We'll go ahead and have to move up little by little just to see if we can... I see. Move to the green circle and eliminate the enemies. There we go. Alright, so the sniper very good at taking out enemies at long range, obviously. And we'll keep moving our way up the river. We can zoom in pretty close here as well and move along the river to see what's going on. There we are, another enemy troop. The Germans versus the Soviets. Soviets here taking the advantage of the enemy in terms of moving infantry up a weak point along the river. Going to try to take out these positions here. Looks like the enemy has possibly it looks like two entrenched soldiers, one entrenched soldier at least with a sentry tower there. So let's go ahead and clear the way for these boys. Going to get as close as possible. I want to stay a little further than that just in case. We're very low on health now due to my earlier mistake. Don't know why he's moving in that close. I guess he needs to. And he's dead. Alright, so that's a mission fail there. So obviously that little derpy on that pathing. We'll do a little bit better this time. You can see he kind of teleports across the map, which was strange. When I clicked, he tried to move into that green circle. It looks like it might just be an animation thing just for the tutorial. So we'll give this another shot here as we clear the way. No big deal. Easily restarted as it's a tutorial. So we'll move our way up again and try to get close. Very nice ambient sounds. Very similar to the original Blitzkrieg. A lot of the assets from the past are coming back in more of a 3D form. You can see our troop there is doing a little fancy dance as he was kind of hovering across the ground. Looks like the target was reached here. A little bit of a cutscene now. We've got the bridge. Deploy those explosives quickly. We can't let a single train cross the bridge. Little janky on the animations here. Might be my computer, might be the game. I'm not exactly sure. The bridge has been destroyed. Germans won't be getting any more reinforcements. There goes the train. Hot for Doma. Oh, wow. A couple of Panzer IIIs there. Look like possibly a Panzer IV. Beautiful destruction. I love that. Meanwhile, on the other bank, so it looks like we may be able to attack as the Germans now. Looks like a Panzer IVH moving along the road there, along this forested field area of the farm. The Reds blew the bridge. We're running out of fuel. We need to capture fuel to resupply. So now we'll probably be taking control of this tank. Just got control of a sniper. Enemy bazookas in the village. Our tanks cannot advance until we clear the area of anti-tank troops. Alright, so we'll be getting an infantry squad to support that. The two Panzer H's here. Very cool, interesting game. Really liking this so far. Didn't exactly know how to form my opinion yet. I heard good, then I heard not so good, but definitely different, and that is refreshing and very good. I like that. Capture structures ×2. Primary targets 2 of 1, so we need to move in and take over these positions. Looks like they're mostly armed with anti-tank weapons, so it should be no problem taking out these Reds. See if we can politely ask them to leave with bullets. Two-door styled homes here, very Germanic, very Russian. I recognize this building here from the first game. Again, a lot of things not recycled, but really actually kind of making a triumphant return. I recently featured Blitzkrieg 1 on the channel, and don't have too many memories of Blitzkrieg 2, but of course Sherman and other people we team up with have been playing those kinds of games, and it's really cool to see everyone have memories from those games. And now they've mixed it up with something different. The road is clear, let's get them. So those Panzer H's now moving up along the road. And again, this game is in an alpha beta kind of test stage, so I was very happy from Bolt Sauce to get a key from one of the developers of the game to showcase this as well. So again, not final build, nothing set in stone just yet. Byron and others of the Rat Pack as well playing this and really, really enjoying it. And I'm really happy that there's some sort of game like this. It's not just another build a base and destroy kind of company of heroes thing. This is this is a welcomed change. So to capture the depots, you need to destroy all enemy units inside the area. Leave some of your own units to establish control until the flag is flying high. So we've got our 2 infantry squads here, plus 4 Panzer IVs. Let's go ahead and see what the enemy's got in front of us. Looks like a couple of half-tracks. Looks like these are apparently Americans now. They've got a white star on them, but these could be Lend-Lease. So let's go ahead and get the enemy. Let's vanquish the enemy. You can actually hear the voice acting. Our troops just being rolled over as they go right through them. You can hear the voice acting from the original game. I've turned some things down, but I'll get it a little better set in the next game. We're taking some damage here by 50 cals. All right, we've got 1 tank here that's been a little bit damaged. Let's move in with infantry. Looks like it is the Americans now, so we're not just fighting the Soviets on their own. It's actually the Americans now. So let's move up with the tanks again. I'm not sure if this can transport troops, but it just looks like a half-track with a 50 cal on it. I'm not sure if it has any sort of benefit. Looks like this is worth... oh, I see. It's actually being captured. Tanks can capture, so infantry doesn't have to be the only thing present here. Congratulations, you've captured the fuel depots. Now, I wonder if he was screaming at us in Russian, which would be strange for, you know, a German group to be under control by Russians. But hey, stranger things have happened, and we've got the fuel now. That's exactly what the Germans needed. Great, now we have enough fuel to launch a full-scale armored assault. Fantastic. Looks like we've got a Lucius coming up, the Lukes. Love that antenna on it. Very iconic of this unit. A good recon unit. We'll see exactly how that plays out here. Looks like he said F that to that truck. And moving up to some sort of castle here, or monastery, with these vehicles. Oh, could be an enemy trap up ahead. Let's see. The enemy is almost here. You must hold the crossing. Call in the artillery. Now the Americans under the control of the Russians. Putin's influence is strong. Call in artillery where you need it. All right, so we've got control, look like to be some Jacksons here. Very typical style, by the way, with Blitzkrieg to cover the tops of vehicles, so that way they didn't have to animate the crews inside. I like the fact that they kept that in. It's kind of a homage to the previous game. So we've got the request to use artillery strike. Looks like the enemy's coming in. Let's go ahead and get these. I don't know if now they'll probably come in from different areas, but now's the time to use it. So here's our artillery strike. Howitzer barrage. Let's hit them. Got an AT gun here as well. That's been demolished there. Not only an AT gun, but kind of a whole defensive position. All right, let's see. We can move in on the enemy from 2 flanks. We can either move across this, oh shoot, they're coming in from here. Alright, so we're going to hit them again with artillery. The Jackson should be able to hold. AT gun is turning position. Let's hit them with artillery again. Shouldn't really need that. Wow, those Jacksons were able to hold their own, no problem. Alright, let's counterattack. Let's see what we can do. We'll move on both positions at the same time and see if we can get them in a pincer movement. Hold, control, and destroy waves of attackers, one of 3, so they are actually going to come again. We may actually be launching our strike a little too preemptively. It looks like we've even pissed off the vehicles in here, but we can take advantage of this and capture them and get them in the flank. We've got artillery available here. Let's see if we can hit him. Looks like enemy tank there was destroyed. Gonna fall back. Looks like the enemy, or the allied vehicles, the AI rather. I always refer to the AI as the enemy sometimes, which interestingly enough, it is kind of true. We're losing some vehicles here. Maybe shouldn't have attacked like that, but you win some, you lose some, and you learn as time goes on. I don't think we can call out any other vehicles, and we do have access to the artillery. Looks like they might be coming again. Let's see what's up ahead of here. Looks like another group coming in. See if we can hold them right there. Alright, I think we got a direct hit on one of those tanks there. Let's come in from behind with our final tank here. Again, first time playing, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. Wow, that entrenched AT position was easily taken out by tanks. That was kind of disappointing. Looks like the enemy's actually capturing our base, though we weren't actually able to capture theirs. So it looks like it's actually quick restart on that fail there. A nice mulligan. I like that. So this time, let's go ahead and see if we can put our infantry in the building, which we cannot. Doesn't look like we can put them in any sort of cover at all, so it's kind of not even beneficial to have the infantry anywhere. So we're learning as we go here. Jackson's a little bit better against tanks, and the Shermans here a little bit more on the offensive for multi-purpose. And looks like we got 2 Jacksons over here. They're going to attack, by the way, different sectors at each time. So let's go ahead and bring in the artillery here. Hopefully they cross right before. Nope, a little too early. I was hoping that they would come right in as it was striking, but no joy there. Okay, let's keep our infantry safe in the rear for capturing later. We'll keep all of our tanks. We'll just keep switching left and right then, no big deal. Panzer H taken out, no problem. Infantry destroyed. Moving to the left side now with our vehicles. And we'll hit them again with that artillery. 3, 2, 1, 0. Go. All right, hopefully we see them right as the artillery strikes. No joy yet. It takes them a little longer to kind of spawn. Oh, they're actually attacking from the other side now. Okay, so it must be at random. Good thing we have an AT gun over there. We'll hit the Lucius first. Get that little light bastard out of the way. Wonder if we can roll over the infantry. Let's give that a try. Nope, seems like they're too smart. Alright, good. Now, the last wave, I think. Nope, we actually held through the 3 waves that time. Now, capture the depots, no problem. Alright, let's get rolling. Alright, so we've got our 3 vehicles here, plus infantry. Oh, we got our vehicle back. One that was destroyed. That's helpful. May as well hit them with the artillery. I think we'll hit up here. We should be engaging the enemy as soon as that artillery's finished hitting. Love that. Really cool. I'm really liking this. It's a lot different than you would expect. It's definitely nothing typical, and that's very refreshing, especially in a war that's been covered a million times and a game style that's been repeated. This is something a little different I'm liking. Now, of course, this is just a tutorial, so that's yet to be seen if it continues its varied variety, but looks like we just captured the fuel depot, no problem. Study battle victory. I have no idea what that means. Oh, I guess that was the name of the tutorial mission, study battle. Okay. Alright then. Alright, so it looks like we have the option for multiplayer settings and quit here. Again, this is the, you can see it's the version, oh my god, down there. Looks like a King Tiger and a Tiger as well. Let's continue into the multiplayer for Blitzkrieg 3. Let's go. All right, friends and fans, we have the option to choose the Soviets, the Americans, or the Germans here. Looks like we're seeing the Soviet faction now. Let's go ahead and see if we can click on the Americans and see what the difference is there. Soviets there were shooting artillery and fixing up some of their tanks. It looks like here the Americans have made their beach landing and are working on some of their vehicles and or writing letters home. You can see this guy here working on the track. You can see someone here, I don't know, possibly getting brass knuckles ready to knock out a guy who owes money, and some other guys are being briefed as we've got some Jacksons heading down the road. Really, really cool. Nice touches here. You see an American landing craft in the rear as well, and that's awesome. Let's take a look at the Germans here. All right, the Germans not here? What's going on? Let's go back to the Soviets if we can. So there's the Russians with their T-34s and their artillery. Ah, here we are, and the Germans with their Panther tanks marching through town. A very familiar structure here for those of you who've played Blitzkrieg in the past. A bunch of Panzer IIIs, troops being briefed, a general out front. Very cool, very, very cool. Victrola in the back too, and looks like some elite troops guarding that general or whomever that happens to be. Really cool with the Germans. So I think what we will do, and I'm not exactly sure what you can do in this game, is I'm wondering exactly what everyone would want to see. I think what we will do is go with the Americans. Germans look real cool. The Russians look sweet as well. But something about that landing craft in the background is just irresistible. So let's get started. All right, so we're loading our base now. A quick loading time as well. Very, very efficient in the loading screens. Loading up here in Blitzkrieg. That's a very helpful thing there. All right, so the fun thing about this in the future is that Byron and John and even Boltsauce, we can all fight against each other and test out our base defenses here. And as an American, I figured I would go America. I'm not exactly sure what Bolt Sauce picked. I believe he was Soviets, and I'm wondering what Byron is, possibly the Germans as well. So there's some favorites already from previous games, and it looks like we've got a little bit of a tutorial going on. Create 3 infantry units in the barracks. We'll go ahead and do that, no problem. I'm assuming this is the headquarters. This is the barracks here. Fuel depot and a possible upgrade section. Looks like a tank. Oh, I see possibly a base building option and a materials vault. So, and then we've got some other various defensive structures around. So that's real cool. I'm liking this already. So we need to build 3 infantry squads. So we have to buy 1, 2, 3, and that completes our first objective. Infantry cannot prevail without the cover of armored vehicles. We need a factory for the production of tanks and armored vehicles. So we'll place that down now. Tank factory, 140. It looks like this currency is possibly materials. So we'll go ahead and build that. Anywhere will do. So we may as well build it, I don't know. Let's see if we can. I don't think we can flip. Right-clicking deselects it, so we'll go ahead and bring it out again. Looks like there's some army update here on our possibly the units we just built. And it looks like we can also move the trees out of the way too. So we get to build in this green square here. And so we'll go ahead and place this, give ourselves the most amount of space. Let's see if we can build it over here in the left corner. An offensive without armored units is destined for failure. You'll need to bring a tank if you hope to succeed. They're excellent at covering infantry and their guns are powerful. They're essential for, I guess, your assault. I don't know what it said before it disappeared. But for those of you who play War Thunder, the M22 Locust is here. Let's go ahead and build one of those. New target acquired. Warehouses are needed to store 2 types of basic resources, fuel, and I was correct, materials. Unfortunately, their capacity is limited. Time to upgrade. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So it says upgrade your fuel depot. Well, this is it here. So we'll go ahead and do that if we can. I believe this is the upgrade. Yep, there we are. And we'll go ahead and update our warehouse as well, which is here. No problem. Nice. Love that. Very satisfying sound. Our assault forces are ready for battle, and in time, the enemy has been spotted. Oh, and just in time, they've been spotted nearby. Let's attack and destroy their fortifications. All right, great. The message disappears, by the way, before I click stop, so that's a little discouraging for slower readers. Win your first battle. All right. Apparently, we have 1 second to do that. All right, let's go ahead and click battle. It'll probably be a predetermined thing here, so we can bring our units into battle. It looks like we have an M22 Locust and 3 infantry units that we can bring into battle with us. I'm assuming that this is all just staged. So it looks like if we win, we get 600 material and 600 fuel. That's very helpful. That was a very big thing in the original Blitzkrieg as well. It was capturing warehouses and preparing for the next assault time and time again. Obviously, that's a huge part of war, is denying the enemy their logistics and also making sure that yours are far superior. We've got 10 minutes, so let's get rolling right away. No time to read all this stuff because I fear that that's going to be the biggest factor against us. These gold dots on the map, I'm wondering what exactly those are. Oh, it looks like possible enemy zones. Keep your infantry in the forest. Okay. That's giving us some cover. Where's our vehicle? Alright, so we've got, oh wow, some old familiar sounds, Berliner Bus coming back as well. Keeping our troops in the forest if we can. Let's get in some heavier cover with these guys. Let's have these guys hold as well. Trying to just wreck these Germans out in the open with our M22 Locusts. Taking a little bit of time. Best to go around the enemy if you can, but sometimes it's unavoidable to get into some of these fights. Alright, looks like we got some more troops with us. Get these guys out. I wonder if you can just, looks like you have to ask them to exit building, which the hotkey is U, and then they exit out of a random side, perhaps. Alright, cutting through these Germans pretty good. We've got another village in front of us, and obviously a heavily fortified bridge. It doesn't look like there's any other way across the river other than the bridge. It looks like there's a sawmill up there, really cool. M22 Locust is no longer immobilized. That could have been a random thing there that happened to the Locust. Let's get moving. So when your men are in cover, oh, what is this here actually? Holding, oh, okay, so you can turn that on and off. It'll force the men to hold position. 1, 2, where's our third squad? One squad here, there we are. We want to keep everyone together. M22 on the move. Locust sounds like a damn lawnmower. Alright, the lawnmower of victory, everyone. Alright, so there's good protection for infantry in this house. I'm not sure how many squads we can put in a house, so let's give that a try. Looks like there's a lot of Germans up here and a possible vehicle we could destroy. Alright, we filled it up with one squad. And it looks like the other squads are taking cover around it. Go ahead and make sure all of our squads are in cover to some extent. Our M22 Locust taking little damage from a grenade. If we keep back from that infantry, we'll have no problem. Obviously, tanks are extremely effective against infantry, and we just lost our first squad in that house there. Go ahead and use U and try to see if we can get some of these guys on the move here and get them into better cover and help us to take out those enemy troops. These guys are in hold position mode, and they're not going to move from this bridge. Obviously, definitely not wanting to move as, let's see here what these options do. Obviously, enemy not going to move from a defensive position, otherwise it's death. But it'll be death regardless. Looks like, I'm wondering exactly what each one of these gold dots does. I wonder if it's a position for cover, a building that we can take cover in. There's one in the middle of the bridge, so I'm not exactly sure on that. Go ahead and continue engaging this. By the way, if there was a pre-order bonus for a special Big Bertha cannon as well, if you got into that, that seemed very cool as well. I was interested in this game before and kind of forgot about it, and then it came out of nowhere like most good games, so hopefully this one continues to be in my heart in its ever-changing ways. Of course, a lot of people on the fence about whether or not it's going to be great because they expect something a little bit different, or at least they hope for something different, and when they don't get it, they expect the worst. But this, not so bad. I'm liking this. Alright, concrete fortifications will destroy tanks. Infantry on bunkers, let's see, it can be easily lost. So if we send in infantry, they should be able to take these bunkers according to this briefing. We can't change our infantry stance at all. No, you stay back. Wait a minute, didn't they say keep tanks back, or did I read that wrong? Alright, so I must have read that wrong. Possibly I thought there was AT in there, but that's alright. We'll keep our infantry back. Tank will take a little bit of time to cut through here. Our infantry is just getting murdered. Seems like there's no way to resupply them. Support supply is 6 out of 6, but we don't have any special support units. Keeping these Germans pinned on the bridge, though. We've got 2 units left. And an options menu as well. We've got 5 minutes. We're going to have to cut through some of these bunkers. Let's go ahead and keep these guys right where they are. Oh, bunkers are deadly to tanks as well. Oh, and it seems to actually be deflecting the shots. Interesting. It was the only thing doing damage against them a minute ago. Alright, it's going to penetrate eventually. These guys will just get murdered if they get close, so unfortunately the tank is the only option at the moment. Assault building. Infantry rush towards a building is an attempt. Alright, let's see if this works. Nope. Guy was just one-shotted immediately. Alright, so very dangerous. Cool sound effects on the burning bunker there. Both bunkers destroyed. Alright, let's get up here. Obviously, we're going to see a couple of King Tigers. No big deal. That kind of thing in a tutorial mission. There's going to have to at least be something here in order for us to fight. They're not going to let us take it that easily, are they? Hot Vadoma. Look at that. Victory! We cut through enemy forces and their resources are now ours. Yep, so we got through. Alright, so that was a very good run. Obviously a lot of lessons to learn. It's not too difficult to learn. We've got a new target acquired. Victory is ours. Every successful battle brings your army more resources. The more effective your tactics on the battlefield, the more resources we'll keep when you win. Resources will help you create a more powerful something. We have gathered enough resources to upgrade headquarters. Upgrading headquarters will improve your base's overall strength and offensive potential. That was not spelled correctly. Alright. So let's go ahead and hit continue. I'm not sure if we get to the units that we lost. Probably won't return. Oh, wow. Okay, so units we do bring into battle actually do return, it seems. So let's upgrade this headquarters if we can. Let's see, 580 points on that. So upgrading will give us a supply cap increase. Will give us, looks like possibly some other things that we can upgrade enables. Looks like different levels of things. Support center is also ours. Great. To construct a reliable defensive line, we'll need to we'll need construction crew. Obviously, some spelling errors here, as they're probably not first English speakers, which is completely fine. Upgrade your construction crew. All right, let's do that. Let's see. Select the construction crew. I believe that's up here. Is that? Let's see. Support center. I'm gonna have to find the construction crew. I'm not exactly certain where that is. Click upgrade. Oh, didn't we already do that? Complete the purchase. Upgrade construction crew. What's that under? Select the construction crew. I'm not exactly sure as to what that is at the moment. We have a headquarters, fuel depot, barracks, materials vault, and a vehicles building. Let's go ahead and click upgrade and see if actually there's anything here. Nope, we won't have the points for that. So there's something we have to do here. Complete the purchase. Can we actually purchase those types of men at the infantry squad? Maybe it's at the barracks that we can buy that. No. Materials vault, barracks. Alright, bear with me, as this, of course, is the first time here. Looks like we can build some defenses and support structures. We've got the ability to build a tank. Complete the purchase. Upgrade construction crew. I'm not exactly sure. Alright, so we've got... okay, I see. So we've got our headquarters, our barracks, our fuel depot, materials vault, tank factory, and engineering team. Alright. We must have to upgrade this then. Ah, I see. It was a little different. So it said upgrade your construction crew. I was actually looking for infantry, you know, like a team of infantry there, but it looks like it's a little bit different. So they want us to build an anti-tank rifle crew for the Americans. I'm not sure if they actually used an anti-tank rifle. That actually looks like a damn Barrett 50 cal right there. Go ahead and buy one of these. We can put it down. Looks like you rotate with spacebar. Right mouse button cancels. I think we can build defenses anywhere we'd like then. So let's go ahead and put an anti-tank rifle crew possibly here to watch the road. Let's see if we can put them in the... probably not next to a building, as it would be taken out by infantry. Let's see. Well, I think this would probably be the best location there. And we also need to build ourselves a machine gun pillbox for 500 material. So again, a little bit of a base defense thing going on here. This is magnificent. This is what's going to set this game apart. And this is fantastic. We should form garrisons inside the base to strengthen positions. Alright, headquarters center is the combat operations. Place units there, one of your infantry squads in the headquarters. Again, very kind of weird instructions, not fully complete, but that's alright, we're working with it. New target acquired. Alright, so that's, of course, targets our objectives. Garrison infantry in the headquarters building. Alright, so we can go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can... if there's any way to do that. Looks like we can't just upgrade it. Garrison your infantry. Alright, so we have... we do have army troops. I wonder if we can just drop them in there. Alright, perfect. Base is fortified. We should put our defenses to the test. Order a training fight, and you'll see our defenses in action. Time to test our defenses. Let's get right into it. We've got an attacking army here, and we've got, I believe, 3 of our units out for infantry. I put some up here in the upper right corner and garrisoned a few others. We've also got our tank down there. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Looks like we've also got some reserve support. I'm not sure if that's for the enemy or whatnot, but we will see in just a moment. Testing the defenses. Here we go. No rewards. We're just testing our own defenses. So maybe we'll get some enemy units to play with. Oh, looks like we actually get our own units against our base. That's interesting. It would be fun to actually test our base with any units that we wanted, like Soviets or Russian units, and then of course the Germans. It'd be real fun. Alright, we're going to attack the left side. I know my weakness over here is taking out the barracks and then heading right into base. So again, with limited materials, we can't do much in terms of defense, but we can definitely give it a try. I'm going to move up with this infantry first. Let's go ahead and rush this building. Oh shit. Oh good, no damage. Let's see if this infantry can... Oh, there we go. Grenades getting close enough can wreck a building like that. Very cool. Wow, they're really getting through that building. Alright, so grenades being tossed out there by those infantry troops, and the M22 Locust doing a good job of firing its gun occasionally with an occasional machine gun burst. Very effective, I guess. We've got our anti-tank gun position there as well. Let's just go ahead and see how much damage this would do. Again, we're testing our defenses, so no need to actually go around it. I just want to see what the worst-case scenario will be for the enemy. Looks like this can be easily wrecked by just 3 infantry squads and an anti-tank rifle. or rather a tank, obviously. So a little bit of damage to the tank there. The Locust is no longer immobilized. Let's take on Locust v. Locust, and let's see what happens. Go ahead and engage this tank here. If they get close, they'll start using their grenades. M22 Locust doing a good job there against itself. I'm loving this mode. Really like this, that you can actually test your defenses. A little bit like the Castle Doctrine, a little bit like Clash of Clans, or any sort of defense game like that. Of course, Call of Duty has its own defense game out as well. So obviously, this is a growing. This style is growing in popularity. We are going to engage this here. This infantry group. Again, we can't. It seems like we can't really drive over the infantry, which would be awesome, but the lawnmower cannot do. Lawnmower cannot do. All right, so where exactly do we need to go? Do we just attack the headquarters, or do we just cap it, or what? Actually, there's infantry inside of it. Oh, shit. Looks like we can garrison the barracks. That's cool. All right, so our defense is not so bad. I'm wondering if... Oh, if we get too close, we'll probably get hit real hard. Oh, there's an occasional shot coming out of the barracks from our men. With the, oh, look at that. Blitzkrieg 3 is on the flag there. Very cool. I love the American flags and such outside the town hall. So obviously, one of my favorite things in Blitzkrieg was having the Germans and the Russians fight all the time. Those are some of the bloodiest battles of World War II, but I'm very happy to mix it up with the Americans here as well. I've yet to see exactly what everyone else is playing with, but I'm learning on my own as I'm making these videos here, and it looks like in 3, 2, 1, we have ourselves a victory. Battle's over. We cut through the enemy forces and their oh, cool. I captured my own resources, apparently. Congratulations. We've killed our own men in the process. All right, so that was a test, of course, so that's a good thing. All right, so we've done that. Victory there. 3 minutes and 9 seconds we were able to do that, or at least 3 minutes and 9 seconds maybe were left. Successfully neutralized enemy. Oh, okay, so Grenadiers is the... Oh, you can watch your replays as well. That's cool. So Grenadiers are being suggested next. So the types of infantry we have here is different levels of infantry squads, up to 3. And then from there, it becomes Grenadiers, which are anti-tank infantry. More traditionally, I think these Grenadiers may be more German, but they could be reworded, for example, for the Americans, possibly Rangers or something along those lines. MG Squad and Grenadiers, again, MG Squad. Looks like it's all different types of ranking. Even the sniper here, level 22, or no, 23,000 fuel for that? Jeez, why does... Wow, that's he must be very thirsty. All right. And it looks like assault squads, MG squads, snipers, infantry squads, and grenadiers are the anti-tank. And then for vehicles, let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. That's over here, of course. They do specify for vehicles. You got your light tanks. We've got a Cardinal Lloyd. We've got a T-49 GMC tank destroyer. They don't actually give them their some of their names there. Humber, of course, we go all the way up to something, for instance, the M1 Abrams, also known as the T-26E1 Super Pershing, the T-28 tank destroyer, the A4 Firefly, and the M19. Plenty of stuff to do here. Very cool. M10 tank destroyer, and the Churchill, apparently, for the Americans as well. The Brits must have lent us some, and this could be for purposes of... Actually, from what I know, the Americans and Brits are going to be combined a little bit for the time being, just to kind of get it done that way. They're more of an allies on the West force, and then the Soviets may get some Lend-Lease stuff as well. But regardless, it's cool to play with that kind of stuff. We've also got some support here. We've got mortar salvos, howitzer salvos, smoke screens. Looks like we've got, of course, the ink name _ WW2GR mortar support, which is something that there's a little bit of a glitch there. Saboteurs as well. Capture fortification. Looks like you can just go ahead and turn a defense over to yours. Paratrooper, and it looks like a scout. Looks more of a spy to me, but he can give you... provides visibility with range 40 seconds, so that's very helpful to see where the enemy's defenses are. So we've tested our own defenses. I think it's time we bring out some more vehicles. Of course, we got to get upgraded. First thing we have to do in order to upgrade and get access to more things is to upgrade our HQ, which we apparently cannot do. We only have 965 supplies, so let's go ahead and get some more tanks. That's going to be extremely important. 100 fuel each. So let's go ahead and upgrade our tanks. Alright, so we bought, I don't know. that many tanks. I'm wondering if we can actually see. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks, and let's try to get ourselves maybe 10 infantry squads. They seem to be very important. Let's actually just buy 4 for now. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 infantry and 5 tanks. All right, now it seems like you can also possibly buy better riflemen, but I'm wondering if units you keep alive will upgrade eventually as well. We've also got the ability to put down more base defenses, and looks like we need a better headquarters in order to do that. So in order to get more points, we need to kick more ass. So I'm going to buy some more tanks just because I don't feel secure yet. We need more guns. More guns. All right, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and start. Now, of course, you can actually leave some units behind for defense as well. So let's go ahead and actually do that. So we can leave units behind for defense and also to bring with us on the attack. So let's go ahead and leave 2 units behind for defense. Let's leave another rifleman squad behind for defense as well. And I'm not sure if we can actually place men into barracks, but let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, we cannot put them in there. Here we can put them. Oh yes, there we go. Anything along the road is extremely effective. Okay, so now we can go into battle. Now I'm wondering if when you're in battle, your defenses, see, it doesn't actually let you know what's in defense as well, so I'm not sure if it's going to pull some of these guys off the line, but that would be interesting to see. Oh, look at that, you can only bring so many men into battle. So we've got ourselves 4 tanks, and assault group is full, so we can bring 4 tanks and 3 infantry squads. I think that's pretty good. Tanks, of course, are best for cutting through infantry, defenses, and anybody who might be garrisoned. And there's going to be plenty of barracks as well, or bunkers. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Then we'll battle. Looks like we're going to capture the radio tower here. We can actually find another opponent. Oh, you can actually fight somebody for 20 fuel. That's kind of cool. All right, potential enemy here. So there's base missions, and it seems like you can also play against other players, which seems to be really cool to raid each other's bases. Very Clash of Clans. And, of course, I keep using that, but that's the best reference I can give, you know, Boom Beach and that kind of thing. Mr. Boombastic, you know, that kind of thing. All right, so we got 9 minutes to go. Let's get in there. I can hear vehicles already charging. Our tanks have got to get through. Ooh, there's some heavy defenses here. Ooh. Looks like we got multitude of flags to capture here. Keep our infantry in the cover. We're going to engage this tank here. We want to get the hell out of there. Go, go, go. We lured that infantry in, and now they're getting hit by our riflemen. That was a good move. Lucky there. All right, time to take down that one bunker. Cool how it deflects the shot, but also takes damage. Really loving this. Not exactly certain how to rotate the camera yet either, so just enjoy this view from it. All right, let's get this infantry up here. I wonder if we can hotkey infantry. Yes, we can. We can hotkey both infantry and tanks with control and then the number, and of course 1, 2 to drop back and forth between the two. All right, so it looks like America is in control of the first objective. Perfect. Control point captured. All right, we're going to have to move up now. I'm thinking the safest way is probably over here. There's only one building, and it's very close. Up here, a lot of buildings, huge village. That looks like no-go. No-go, bro. All right, let's go ahead and go through the south. And we'll see if this building is garrisoned. If it is not, we can take the long way. Now, I wonder if the enemy will counterattack. I don't think they actually do that. It's nice to have those support points. Can't wait till we're up to level 3. All right, American armored charge here. Use grenadiers against enemy tanks. Remember, they're most effective when they're firing from the woods. All right, let's go through the woods here. Looks like we do have a 38T here, or is that correct? This is a, I believe it is a 38T. I'm not, again, forgiveness if I'm incorrect, but I'm not as familiar. All right, let's have infantry on infantry and tanks on tanks. Wow, there is a lot of infantry against us. It'd be nice to be able to use an artillery barrage at this point. Try to keep our damage minimal. Don't let the enemy get close enough to use their grenades. Perfect. We can cut through this infantry, no problem. Now we have lost our infantry, but we can still fight on. Tanks obviously a little bit more important than in cutting through enemy infantry like this, but infantry itself has a very high use as being much more affordable and very expendable. Plus, that allows you to capture multiple objectives at once. The smaller your force, the more limited it is on their attacks. Looks like we've got another bunker in front of us. Very German, by the way, this radar site. Alright, so we should be able to cut through this enemy bunker in just a minute. Pillbox is eliminated, and here we go. Right into position. We captured it with about 6 minutes and about 30 seconds to spare, so that's pretty good. Alright, and it's ours. Alright, victory. We cut through the enemy forces. Resources are ours. Cool. So I wonder if there's special missions you can do, you know, to, if, for example, if you capture a, I don't know, let's say a warehouse with something specific in it, or a railroad bridge, would that lower the price of certain things, or would that increase the price for the enemy? Another fortified enemy has been discovered. We've received orders to destroy. Alright, so let's go ahead and click continue there. I don't think we have to actually replace lost units. And it looks like they're actually upgrading in their skill level. Here you can see experience 8 out of 15. This seems to be a level 4 locust. Experience 113 out of 131. I'm not exactly sure as to what those stars are above it. You can see its durability, agility, armor protection, damage, hit rate, armor penetration, size, of course how much pop cap it takes up. Assault and defense both can be used for both. But I'm not exactly sure what those stars do. But this is really good. Good to see that on the field. That's a tier 1 tank, by the way. That's what the 1 means. So they're interesting how there's also different tiers for infantry. It's not like one man is, 9 feet tall and the other one's 5'3". Meters, Raptor meters. So win your third battle as an objective. Upgrade the barracks to level 2, and build a level 3 factory. Those are our next objectives. We'll go ahead and try that then. We can upgrade the barracks. Let's go ahead and do that. We can now build our grenadiers as needed. Makes infantry more effective and thus much more efficient on the battlefield. And we can also upgrade this, though we don't have the points for it. We can go into another battle, or we can build our defenses. I don't think anyone's going to attack us just yet. So what we will do is, let's see. Alright, so we can upgrade barracks to level 3. We've already put it up to 1 level. So our next objective is to win the third battle first, then upgrade our barracks. So we'll go in for our third battle next. Thanks for joining me here for Blitzkrieg 3. Keep your passwords and pimp hands strong. I'll see you guys back on the battlefield. Bye.